I'm Laura from Ontario Business Central, and today I'm here with Leslie Parker from Mindful Movement Center. Thanks for joining us, Leslie.
Thank you for having me.
So let's talk about your business. You registered in 2008, so you're more of a seasoned entrepreneur.
Yeah, if you can call me that, but it has been 17 years now, so
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
So tell us about the beginning of your business. What made you decide to start it?
Well, I kind of fell into it, actually. I was living in the UK and my grandmother was quite ill. My parents needed help taking care of her. And so I moved back home, and friends of mine that were in this industry said there's no work, it's not possible, you won't be able to teach yoga and Pilates as a career in Toronto. And at the same time, somebody was leaving that had a little studio with maybe, 20 clients or something like that. She was moving to New York, so I decided to take over her client list and take the leap.
Very good.
Yeah.
So did you actually buy the business, or did she hand it to you?
I did buy the business, yeah. So I bought the client list, which sometimes things were written on napkins. It was maybe not the most organized client list I've ever seen. But yeah, that's how it started. And she had a Cadillac and 2 reformers, which is part of Pilates apparatus.
So
It's
she
part of
had
it.
some equipment, and
Yeah.
that came with the purchase.
Exactly.
Did you work for yourself in the UK?
Yeah, so there I was working mostly as an independent contractor, as an independent Pilates instructor, and I would go to people's homes and taught at a few studios. There I started a little business that was like an agency for instructors because I found that I got way more work than I could handle myself. So I would find other amazing instructors and kind of set them up with clients in their homes. And I was doing that for a couple of years before moving back here. So it gave me a little taste of entrepreneurship, but not on the level of running a studio for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's it been like running a studio? Within your first year, what were some really great points?
Well, the first 4 years I actually lived in the studio. So I lived in the back space. It was kind of live, eat, breathe Pilates. It was literally my baby. But yeah, it was hard. It was challenging, but also really rewarding and fulfilling to be able to do the thing that I loved. I just needed to grow to be able to find balance in it. Being able to set boundaries of, instead of working 24/7 or saying yes to every single thing that came along. Like I would teach at 5:30 in the morning and I would also teach at 10 p.m. at night, and did everything to be able to keep afloat at the beginning, to now having very, very boundaried business hours for myself and also for my staff to make sure that they don't make the same mistakes that I did.
And how many staff do you have?
Well, we now have 24 teachers on our roster, 5 admin, and a sales manager.
And what sort of technology do you use?
Oh, I feel like we have a technology stack at the moment. So we have our CRM, like our software for sales and things, and for booking classes and things. We also have a software for our on-demand platform, and then a software for our teacher training program, which is also in a different program as well.
So when you started the business, you registered the business. You didn't incorporate.
I didn't. It was a sole proprietorship.
And how long did you operate as a sole proprietorship?
Nearly
Okay.
a decade before incorporating.
And what made you decide to transition?
People giving me the advice to transition and talking about liability, because previously to that, it was mostly me teaching classes. But then we got to a point where we were growing and starting teacher training. So as I'm teaching teachers to teach and they're teaching outward, it became a possible or potential liability issue. Also, at the beginning, I had nothing. Even if somebody had decided to sue me or become litigious, they could have taken my mattress. And after 10 years of running a business, I started to have things and be able to invest in things. So it was things that I also wanted to protect just in case. And knock on wood, we've never had any issue.
Was switching from registration to incorporation, was that a scary process for you?
Terrifying.
And why?
Well, I had a couple things. Personally, I thought in my head that corporations were evil, which is not necessarily the case at all. But we always talk about, or you hear on the news, these big corporations that do these terrible things. And somehow I thought, well, if I became incorporated, I would become like that, which is not the case. One can do anything very mindfully and with a lot of heart and compassion. And then the other thing was just the reporting and all of the things that come along with that. I thought that it would be way more cumbersome than it actually is.
Right. So you do your own personal tax filing, and then you also now do the corporate tax filing.
Correct.
And you don't find it difficult?
I mean, I have the help of a bookkeeper and an accountant. So with that, no. And we've set up systems to make sure that I don't lose any receipts or forget about things, and making sure that we have everything tickety-boo before reporting.
Okay. How do you drive sales?
So it's still mostly word of mouth, though we do have a healthy social platform. We've been doing Google ads, but we're putting a little bit more emphasis on that, and Facebook ads. But for the most part, up until now, it's been word of mouth and talking to different businesses in the area, especially chiropractors, sports medicine doctors, osteopaths, and massage therapists, and them recommending people to our center, and finding amazing practitioners in the area that we can also recommend to our clients, because they're moving a lot and they sometimes need manual help to get better as well, not just movement.
Right. What makes your business stand out from others in your industry?
I think I'd like to say the team.
Okay.
Our teachers and admin staff, we really care about people who are coming in the door, leading with heart and with like the hope that we will really truly be able to help people move better in their bodies and feel better in their bodies. A lot of studios talk about the qualifications of teachers, which I think is really, really, really important. Having highly qualified and highly skilled instructors is important, and we have that, of course, but that's not the only thing that makes a really good studio, in my opinion. It's also how much we care about everybody, and clients often say it feels like a family, or feeling like home in the best kind of way. Yeah.
So how did you learn how to have balance?
Oh, with a lot of errors. I wore all the hats. Like, I think I even at one point replaced a toilet, like that kind of thing, and then realized I don't do everything well. So perhaps I should spend my time doing the things that I do really, really well, and look for people who can help me do the things that I don't do very well, or especially the things I don't like.
Right.
And so starting to delegate those first. And then slowly, as that happened, I realized, oh, I don't have to be the only one that has my back. There are other people who believe in this too.
Did you take any business loans, or did you receive any grants to help you along the way?
At the beginning, no. I think the first grant that I received was some grant to help with software something. And then in COVID, we received some grants because of business closures. We were closed for 19 months. So I'm very, very, very thankful for the help that the government gave at that time.
So during COVID, you received money, but your business did not operate?
We didn't operate in studio, but we started an online platform. So we do a lot of private sessions and one-to-ones, and many of our clients continued doing that through COVID. And actually, we're still running live stream classes, because we had live stream classes that had people in their 70s who have now transitioned into their 80s. They only used to come to the studio anyway once a week, and sometimes not every week. And now they do Pilates 3 and 4 times a week. And they said they feel stronger now than when they used to come into studio, because they can practice more often and there's less barrier to entry.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Do Pilates by Zoom, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. And it's very interactive. The teachers are still looking at the screen and giving little feedback and helping people move better still. It's not just an on-demand process where they're watching something on YouTube.
What's been the best part of owning your own business?
Seeing the people that we've been able to help through our business. And I mean clients who feel like family in some ways, but also people who work for me, and being able to help them build the lives that they want to build as well.
So not only your own growth, but people around you.
I think I'm motivated more by other people's growth than my own. Yes.
What's been a significant pain point for you?
Well, there's been a few of those as well. I guess finding boundaries. Because my natural tendency is to help others all the time, sometimes that came at the expense of my own health, which I think that probably happens with a lot of entrepreneurs. They put everything into their business and they forget that there's actually a life outside of it. Figuring out how to create boundaries around life so that even though I love doing this so much, I can also love my life and have a life outside.
Well, I always say that a business feels like a baby.
Yeah.
That never grows up.
Ever.
And you always have to take care of it.
Mhm.
What words of advice would you give to somebody who's watching you right now, thinking about starting a business?
Buckle up. And I mean that in the best possible way. It's one of the hardest things I've ever done, but also the most rewarding and fulfilling things that I've ever done. I think that it's an amazing journey, especially if you love and care about what you do. Equally, I would say surround yourself with really good people. So as you think about hiring people into your business, make sure that they have similar values and that you really like them, because they're going to be representing your business, and also you're going to spend a lot of time with them, sometimes more than with your family.
So moving forward, what does your growth look like?
It's an interesting question right now. Pilates is growing hugely in the city. So for example, we used to be one of 2 studios in a 10-block radius, and now there's 16 studios in a 10-block radius. So I think growth is, for us at the moment, is keeping status quo with growing a little bit, but improving what we do so that we become the best at what we can do, and then growing the teacher training program as well.
Does having a business, has it given you financial freedom?
Finally, yes. I mean, it only took nearly 15 years. And I don't want to say financial freedom. I still watch my pennies and I'm a very careful spender. However, I don't have to worry about food or anything like that anymore, which there's been points in my life that's been an issue.
Concern.
Yeah. And my lovely clients, the first couple of years, they're like, we know you're not doing well. And people would bring me soup and bring stuff.
Really?
It was really sweet. Yeah.
I feel a great connection to your clients.
Yeah, I feel really blessed and lucky to have met the people that I've met through this business.
Did you register a trade name so that you could operate other business names?
Yes and no. I think it's that as we grow, we may split the education component from the studio component. So that would be like Mindful Movement Education instead of Mindful Movement Center being the in-studio. So that was the purpose for that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
If you're going to operate a couple of businesses, that's what most people do to help them focus in different areas. So Leslie, how were we at Ontario Business Central able to assist you with your business?
Honestly, it's the resources that you all share. I definitely wasn't coming at any of this from a business background at all, probably the furthest thing from it. And so having those resources of what I can do as a business, or especially the new things I was mentioning before about AI, I love the fact that you're giving businesses information on how to help us, like how to help us do better and understand more about how to run a business.
It's been so nice meeting you and talking with you, and hopefully the things that you've said will help other people who are sitting wondering if they should start a business, that it gives them something to move forward for themselves. So I very much appreciate you coming in today.
Oh, thank you very much. I really enjoyed myself.
Thank you.